All right, I know this isn't the greatest way to do this. The videos aren't that fantastic, but I need to be able to write and you need to be able to see what I'm writing. So here we go. This is Check Your Understanding from 8.3, day 2. And we're just going to do number 1 because that shows us how to choose your sample size if you're dealing with means instead of proportions. So administrators at your school want to estimate how much time students spend on homework on average during a typical week. They want to estimate mu at the 90% confidence level with the margin of error of at most 30 minutes. A pilot study indicated that the standard deviation of time spent on homework per week is about 154 minutes. How many students need to be surveyed to meet the administrator's goal? So in the box, I wrote down our margin of error when we're working for means. And as we talked in our discussion on confidence intervals for means, we know we should be using our critical value at T star. But because we have a population standard deviation, we're actually going to use Z star. And by its, you'll use Z star if your T star is unknown. But I know my standard deviation of the population, so I'm going to use Z. Remember, Z is only if we know the population's proportion and standard deviation. And in reading this, I realize I do know it. So we want our margin of error to be at most 30 minutes. So 30 minutes for your margin of error equals, all right, so Z star for 90 is 1.645 times the standard deviation, which was 154, divided by the square root of the sample size. So then, get my calculator ready. We are going to take the 30 and divide it by the 1.645. That's going to give me 18.237 equals 154 over the square root of n. And again, if we think about this as cross multiplying, or you can go, oh, to undo division, we have to multiply both sides by the square root of n. So it's going to be 18.237 times the square root of n is equal to 154. So then I think you can see, I hope you can see, that to get n by itself, we're going to take 154 and divide it by this 18.23 number. So 154 divided by, copy and paste that over, and I get the square root of n equals 8.4. And then from math 2, you know to undo a square root, we square. So I'm going to square 8.4, and I'm going to get 71.31, which remember, we always round up. So this is going to be 72 students. Now, one thing I want to show you that I haven't shown you before is, and I hope this shows up, in your formula sheets, there's something really cool. If you turn to your Z table, not your Z table, your T table, table B, go to the very last page. I don't know if you can see this, but this very last row right here, do you see where it says confidence level? So it says infinity right here. This entire last row, these are your Z stars for the most common confidence levels. So in that last problem, we wanted 90, and right above 90 is 1.645. So you can see where I got that, kind of the cheating way, but you have this, so use it.